Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers have practically built themselves. It's Mad Dog Merv, and welcome to today's show. Today is going to be part 3 of some of the older car builds that I've done. Some of these actually have dates on the photographs, and we're looking at 2010, between 2010 and I would say about 2015, 2016 on most of these builds. So I hope you enjoy them. Here's a good look at the good old days of hot rods, which I like to replicate those. So first up, we've got, remember this kit? The 1/16 scale Charger Street Machine. And I had a couple of these in my day. This one was about 2009, 2010 that I had this one. And I decided, well, I'm going to paint it plum crazy. And add a few other things to it as well. So not the shiniest, brightest paint job, more of that kind of its factory finish that's been outside for a couple of years. But anyway, love these wide tires on this thing. The bug catcher, the fuel injection, the side pipes. I went ahead and added some traction bars to this because, of course, you had to have traction bars on a car like this. I did not add the rear quarter window, though, which is interesting. That's something I used to usually do, but I love the way this thing sat, and actually wound up selling this for a few bucks several years. So in this video, you'll get the theme that I do like Chargers and Mopars for sure. So back in high school, my friend Pat Chittister had this 69 Charger that had a 68 front end on it because it had been hit. So you had the grill for 68 on it. I eventually bought this car for $150 from him shortly after high school. It wasn't running. I decided to build a model of it using the Revell kit, the 69 Revell kit. Very nice kit. Found some turbine rims somewhere because that's what was on the car. And I painted it the original turquoise that he had on the car back when his mother owned it. Of course, when he had it and when I had it, it had a lot of primer on it. This is one of my signature things I like to do is put like a magazine on the back seat and a owner's manual there on the front seat. And you can see I actually wired this engine up a little bit. Again, this was a tribute to my friend Pat, and I really wanted it to look nice. It had the 383 Magnum with a 4-speed transmission. And we had the Mopar 6-pack hood scoop on it. I can't remember if you can see it in the original pictures or not very well. But anyway, I had to re-glass it when I bought the car from him. And the interior was in pretty decent shape. It was that turquoise colored interior. I went ahead and added a radio antenna to it. You can see here's the engine in the daylight, and it looks pretty darn good. I really like the effect on the exhaust, that kind of a rusty effect. Anyway, miniature license plate on it. Back end looks pretty good. I like the stance. This was really a neat car, and I really regret ever getting rid of it. But, you know, growing family and car not running, so something had to give. But very good looking car. I wound up giving it to Pat years. Keeping on with the Charger theme, here is the Revell 68 Charger kit. In a very rare time I ever do a silver car, but it just screamed do a silver car. So I did that with the drag slicks on it. Really like the way this turned out. The back end looks really good on these 68s from Revell. Did the snorkel hood scoop on it. Really like how this one turned out. Did not wire up the Hemi on it though. Gave it a nice engine, but I don't think I ever got it wired up. Wherever it is these days, it's still not wired. But yeah, I like how this one turned out. There it is with the hood on it. And then here we go, another 69 kit. And this one, I had a narrowed chassis. I can't remember what it was from, but I decided to go ahead and do the Dirty Larry Crazy Mary color scheme on kind of a pro street car. So there you go. Threw in a Hemi and big old hood scoop. Um, Painted it that citron yellow that is kind of a funky, unique greenish yellow, 1 year only color. Here's the Hemi. Again, I didn't wire this one up, but I did get some really nice carburetors on it. Front end view of that. This would have been a fun car to drive in real life. Did the stripe by hand, of course. And an antenna on it. Okay, so now one of the people that I used to work with had this Ford Bronco, and I'd known this Bronco since almost the time it was new. It's how long I worked for the school district, and so did they. But I thought, hey, I'm going to do a model of this thing because I had a Bronco kit. So went ahead and turned this out. Took a few liberties with it. Went ahead and put a Utah State inspection sticker on it from back when it would have been brand new. Got the original yellow color and the white. Went ahead and painted it that. Not too bad, considering how my skills were back then. And I went ahead and did this decal on the back wheel cover. Now, for my friend Pete over across the pond in England, yes, I have built a couple of Torino Cobras. Many years ago, there was a Fairlane Cobra in this same color that was offered to me for like $800 with the 428 and the 4-speed. Didn't have money at the time. I was 19 years old, and I just couldn't seal the deal. Sorry, the picture's blurry. It's the only 2 pictures I've got of this particular car. But yes, I have built a Torino Cobra. The beer wagon. It's been the root beer wagon, probably a few other things, but I decided to paint it up white and do the barrels in the back. This was a fun build. It was quick. It was easy. I did redo some of the chrome on it, as some of the chrome was a bit thin and there was some yellow from the original plastic showing through in some areas. But yeah, here's how this one turned out. Not too bad, I think. Now, keeping with the Mopar theme, here's a fun one. This GTX, the old monogram kit, 1/24th scale, that I put some custom tires and rims on, of course, made my own traction bars, and painted it up the way it would have been back in 1980 at high school. The extended shackles on it and all that fun stuff. This screams 1980 right here, with all the primer and the different color body panels on it. Yeah, how many of you guys remember cars like this back in high school, or drove cars like this back in high school? And keeping on the GTX theme, here's one in Moulin Rouge, or Panther Pink, whatever you want to call it, with the white interior. Nice looking color combination on this car. Really like this one. Again, it's the same monogram kit, but I unfortunately had some blurry pictures. Sorry about that, folks. It's the only pictures I have of these cars. Old builds, and these cars have been long gone. Partially wired the engine on this one. Did the spark plug wires and a few other things. And then there was this one that I had done. I believe this was the Roadrunner, though. Painted it in, the purple, whatever that was. Wired up the 440 in it, but not the best build I ever did. But at least I put the quarter windows in on this one, and a few other custom decals, and the passenger side mirror. as well as the license plate, Utah license plate. And finally today, rounding out our Mopars, the only picture I seem to have of my red 1967 GTX. I love this kit, the old Revell kit. Again, put traction bars on it. I had a picture of a car just like this, but I actually owned a 67 440 GTX automatic with the white interior. Mine was originally gold, but it was primer when I had it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed these, and we'll follow up with some more another time. Thanks for watching.